Welcome back to Red Panda of Destiny, here for another episode of All Your Vehicles Are Belong to Us, the show where we collect all the vehicles from all the places. And we're going to do some autocross. Let's use this one. No, I'm just kidding. Which one's that? Let's look at the handling numbers, I think. We want C class, so... Ooh. What's the RS? Ooh, looks like the RS 500 is our best bet here. And this might be the race that makes us a millionaire. I wonder what our net worth would be at the end of this gameplay. Probably a lot. Well, just Acuras. There's like 5 that are over 1 million. They're over 2 million. It's 2, 4, 6. That's 10 million. Plus a couple of the 5. Gets us to a couple digits there. So I think we still are trying to get an achievement for missing all the cones. Oh, and we failed immediately. Okay. But that's sort of a ongoing challenge with this. Though, I mean, that's kind of a challenge that you set yourself every time you play autocross, really. It's the drifting that caused... Okay, that was actually really impressive. Oh, crap. I can't turn that... They make them get tighter and tighter as you go. Oh, and locking brakes is a problem when you're trying to slalom like that. I mean, you really want the smallest possible vehicle for this. Maybe I should tune up my Fiat 500. Well, this is a little blind. Oh, God. That was nasty. No, 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 no! Oh, God. No, no, no. Yeah, I don't think this was the best choice car. Damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it. Ugh. Need to work on my tap braking. Just barely passed it. Whew. And I believe that is $1 million. And we're still only halfway there. I want to go in the real Nürburgring, though. The JDM Sports Car Challenge. That thing has been haunting me for so long. Always wants me to do the JDM Sports Car Challenge. There is a German track, just not the right German track. I did see the B-Class World Tour, I believe. Full circuit Nürburgring Grand Prix. Would much prefer the full big Nürburgring. The full Nürburgring, I suppose. Alright, let's try the normal aspiration runoff. So much time wasted trying to figure this shit out. This is like the most bureaucratic achievement I've ever seen. Nope. Euro Tour? Two Hockenheim races? That's the wrong Nürburgring one, too. So we just screwed? Well, of these, we're going to do the normal aspiration runoff, so... We C, D, E... So we want to try it with F. Just check the E-Class Euro Tour just to be 100% about that. Nope, they want me to do the short circuit. Wait, this is the B class? So we're going to try and do this B, C, with a D class car. Make sure I go for my fastest D class car just to give myself a fighting chance. All right, let's see how this goes. So this race does not matter. We can lose it, no problem. I just want to see what happens when we try and go 3 classes below. Because we've been doing 2 below for a while. And I was curious how it will go with 3 down if I'm using the rewind to make sure everything is perfect. Now, the Nürburgring doesn't have the corners I hate, right? That's Hockenheim, I think. Considering how popular these things are for drifting, they're not very fast. Like, they're really that much slower than a BMW Z8? Oh, maybe that's a tuned one. My drift points. Oh, nope, not doing that. I really want to see what the result is if we really milk the rewind feature. And hey, maybe we can try going 4 classes down if we are successful. But they're not even that much faster than me. I guess they're, maybe, like, good handling cars, but I'm doing okay in the corners, so... They don't know how to use their great cars. Man, this Sylvia does give you an understanding of why they're so popular for drifting. Because you compare this to a Mustang, and it is so much easier to get the back, or to control a slide. Because Mustangs will like sort of go and they'll slide, and you'll try and correct it, and you'll go so far the other way that you end up spinning. But this car, nothing happens on the second turn, I suppose. So you do that, and then there's a turn now, and it's fine. It's very stable. You can have a little bit of a... It doesn't give you that weird spin out you get when you try to do that in a lesser rear-wheel drive car. The Japanese were really good at that for some reason. Of course, the trouble with rear-wheel drive sports cars these days is because most cars that are not sports cars are designed as front-wheel drive. Making a rear-wheel drive car, the only reason to do it is because you're making a sports car. So you kind of have that extra price hike. With the exception of, like, the Dodge Charger, which is, set up to be a cheap full-size car as well as a ridiculously fast muscle car. And there's also set up that you can have all-wheel drive V6 sedan as well. Not really sure who buys those, but you can do that if you want. But what I don't get is if they're going to make a all-wheel drive Charger, why don't they make, like, all-wheel drive Chargers with V8s? I mean, I'm guessing their all-wheel drive system cannot handle 700 or how much horsepower the Hellcat has these days, but still. You think it could handle the base V8? No, I'm off the course. I am off the course. I think the most disappointing thing about rear-wheel drive, though, is when BMW dropped the rear-wheel drive 1 Series. Because BMW used to be very adamant that they will only sell rear-wheel drive cars. So their little compact was rear-wheel drive, and that was the big selling point of the 1 Series. And then they switched to front-wheel drive. But I honestly think rear-wheel drive is kind of overhyped. Especially with the technology that they have these days that's gotten pretty good at eliminating or mitigating understeer on some cars. So you can start pushing front-wheel drive cars up to 300 or so horsepower. Of course, you want to go over that, then yeah, you're going to need rear-wheel drive. But by the time you're at that price bracket, rear-wheel drive is a fairly insignificant addition. It's only at the bottom end of the performance car market where rear-wheel drive is a burden to the car buyer. Although some companies are acting weird about what their drive type is based on the cost. Because if you look at the new Hyundai's I think they're about to start producing an Elantra N in the US, and it has about 275 horsepower. And it's about $30,000. for a front-wheel drive car. It's like, seems a little steep. But then you look at the Subaru WRX, which is all-wheel drive and has 268 horsepower. How is Subaru selling an all-wheel drive car for the same price Hyundai is selling a front-wheel drive one? Especially considering Subaru have a pretty good reputation for making A, performance cars, and B, reliable cars. Hyundai has a bit of a reputation for reliable cars, and they're just starting to have a reputation for sports cars. So you'd think the pedigree of Subaru would mean that they could charge a little bit more, or that Hyundai would need to undercut them, but no. It's really weird. Oh, no, I'll bend it. But I'm wondering if the next generation of Elantra and Veloster Ns will be all-wheel drive. Because it seems like the way they're pushing up their horsepower figures, they're probably going to be selling the next one at 300 horsepower, which means you should probably go for all-wheel drive. Or you can be Renault and go with all-wheel steering instead, because that can compensate.
You're on your way back to it your luck on the Mugello Autodromo Internazionale.
I'm more of a fan of that idea, to be honest. We didn't just unlock a car, did we? No. Okay. I just love Renault's idea. It's like, all right, everybody's putting all-wheel drive in their extra hot hatches. So we're going to do all-wheel steering instead. And all-wheel steering is a rare thing these days. So for them to put it on a car, which I think would be, if it was sold in the U.S., about 30,000, maybe 35,000, is pretty ballsy. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm sorry. I got confused. We were Mugello Club, is that correct? I was thinking about all-wheel steering. Full. Okay. So let's try the JDM thing, since it seems to really want me to do it. And that's definitely not just Japanese tracks, too. Because there's American tracks and all sorts there. And it was also showing me V8. Oh. All right, I think we need to go up a few classes. Well, you think 8 cylinders would be good enough, but nope. Oh, we could try the Ford Mustang Club. This Mustang is a nightmare to drive, but whatever. Let's try a high-end car, see what happens. S-Class World Tour? Nope, too far. Sorry, it's here. S-Class World Tour it is. So I think the ability to undercut kind of goes down. But let's see how we do with a B-Class car. Damn, that thing's fast. That one's pretty fast. Look at those 7 digits we got there. Really enjoying the menu music. It's very groovy. Here we go. Well, everybody shows up in their modern or their modern. Oh my God! There's a Koenigsegg. Jeez, how are we gonna beat a Koenigsegg? So things might be a little bit different for this level of car. Well, I'm definitely competitive in the corners. Oh, that Porsche hit the Audi and the Audi hit me. Ooh, sorry. Nope. I guess this is kind of an experiment to see if we can go down to 3 on the faster races. What's that car in front? How are those in the same class? Like, I think the classes get bigger. Because those don't seem like they'd be in the same class. Then again, that guy just tried to go for an overtake on a straight, so maybe? Ferrari, it might wait. Ha ha. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Gonna have a Koenigsegg problem in a second. Nope, we're braking. Okay. I'm very curious at what level these people learn how to corner. Oh God, this is straight. Oh, Koenigsegg's going past. Oh, now he's crashing. Bye-bye. Have fun. Oh, dear. Better switch to a mode with a rear view camera. I'm sorry, mirror. Ah, shit. Not enough braking. I feel like this game gives you like an attitude of pushing the boundary maybe a little bit too far. It's all well and good when you just push one button and reset, or if you crash, it doesn't actually cost you anything. But if you wreck a car in real life, your insurance goes up. Oh, shit. And most people who track their cars do not get track insurance, so you're most likely going to try and avoid crashing at all costs. Luckily, I think for the average car, most racetracks have enough of the safeties in place that they'll just stop in time and you won't break anything. Definitely the benefit to having an accident on the road is you sort of have plausible deniability that you were just driving down the road. I like how in accident investigations they say, look, speed may have been a factor. It's like, yes, speed will always be a factor. You can't have an accident unless you're moving. I've never liked the idea that speed in of itself is the problem. It's like, you cannot have an accident just because you're driving quickly. You had an accident because you did something else. Like, now driving unsafe for conditions, that is technically fair. Because if it's, raining and you're driving down a road with curves and suddenly all the traffic in front of you stops, you will not stop as quickly. Oh, crap. Come on. So you definitely should slow down in the rain. But, a bone-dry summer day, there has to be another contributing factor. Though I guess you should consider unsafe for current visibility as well. That's also a thing. Oh, God. Shit. There's a thing my grandpa told me once about driving on English country lanes. Is that the rule is you only drive as fast. Hang on, how do I explain that? You should always be able to see the distance that it will take you to stop. So if you come around a corner and there's another car, you will easily stop before you hit it. Assuming they actually bother to brake. I'm sure if they do not brake, then you will definitely hit them. But it's a good rule. But obviously, if you're in a dead straight road in the Australian outback or Nevada desert, shit, you can see the curvature of the earth on the road. So probably not an issue. Now, in Australia, you do have to worry about kangaroos, but other than that, I don't think there's anything you really have to worry about in Arizona. Sorry, not Arizona, in Nevada. I don't think there's anything really bigger than a bunny rabbit in Death Valley. Actually, Death Valley, there's nothing. Hence, the Death Valley. And now the computer driver will lose all of my positions. Is it just me or is this episode going on a little while? Oh, this is the end. What do we want here? What is this? Race-proven technology? Okay. So it looks like we want the Ferrari or the Ford. Ferrari comes first. That's not white. Is that white? That's white. Cool. Oh, that has been the Ferrari F430 episode. Join us next week for a super sport coupe.